Deep in the evening hours from inside the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino, it is continuing coverage of the 2021 World Series of Poker, the $50,000 pot limit Omaha event, number 84 to be exact. Ali Najad alongside Len Ashby, a 4-card specialist. And feast your eyes on the talent here as Phil Hellmuth, who has already picked up his 16th bracelet so far this World Series, finished second in another event, finds himself within sniffing distance yet again, looking for his 17th. Daniel Negreanu, meanwhile, taking a moment of zen, seeking his 7th World Series of Poker bracelet. He sits in the chip lead with Hellmuth right behind him. Laszlo Bujtas, Alexander Petersen, Jeremy Ausmus, and Jared Bleznick rounding out a very talented collection of pot limit Omaha players, and a little better at a lower price point. And then if you really want to become a connoisseur,
okay. Before I look my cards,
some stuff called Dame.
For you, Alexander.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell with me. I mean, I'm not a big drinker. Just give me some Crown and Coke if I have something, you know, whiskey. I just, you know, from Kentucky, what am I gonna do?
Very disappointing, Alexander.
It's better than having like a beer.
I wish you
all
all
these
the good
beer
luck.
guys. It's dumb.
Please tell me.
Anyway,
beer's foul.
Negreanu with
ace, queen,
a super
ace,
premium here,
I have
but
a pretty hand.
Jared's all in.
No, I have a pretty hand.
No,
Very pretty
King.
You're
hand.
behind.
I'm actually a favorite.
Yeah, I mean, favorite.
Indeed
king,
he
yeah.
is, as
Yeah, actually, I mean, I'm a tight.
Bleznick
What-
opened to
what is it, like
420K,
58%
Negreanu 3-bet.
I think I'm 55.
Get
Oh,
the
yeah?
rest in.
I'll take 45.
I'm actually happy.
Jared har
no matter
konger,
what the
Daniel
result
har
Yeah.
10 knæk dame, kongen, dobbelt suited.
Pretty
Well, you
hand.
got his spades covered.
That's very pretty.
Yeah, that the spades help.
You should call so you can get out.
You can get him out on the flop.
No, so you can get others in with the
Yeah.
where you dominate their straight and flush draws.
Yeah.
Are they showing it on the?
Good for ICM, right?
I have kings here. We need babies.
You wanna borrow the unlucky hat?
To
9.
the flop they go, 8-7
Diamonds.
deuce,
Here's
and
nine. No, bad.
a diamond draw and a gut shot for Negreanu, who now is the favorite against the two kings.
Let's get an 8 for the fun.
8?
Yeah, because you'll hit a 9 in the rear.
Oh,
So he's like
8 doesn't seem fun like that.
Oh, then he feels secure.
Yeah.
I'll surprise him.
8 of diamonds. It's fun.
I'm out.
The diamond comes in, and
Good
with
game.
that,
Good game, man.
Jared Bleznick realizes he draws
And I
dead
make the eight.
against
Oh, they-
Negreanu, the first casualty here at our final table.
Brother, you know that already. Though. Oh, played great.
I can't. I'm not mad. Good game, guys.
Good game,
Good
Jared.
game, bud.
And the Blez.
Good luck.
Well, he's somebody with two kings.
400.
Badoogie,
That's a guy
meaning
like.
4 suits. Opens
We
to
aren't
400.
losing any weight after that meal we had before this telecast.
No.
Are we, Holly?
Prior to the broadcast, Ashby showed up a little early and said he was going to head down to Chick-fil-A. I advised that we had tacos from the taco stand. Threw a couple in the microwave, sat down to enjoy his tacos, and then suddenly an ungodly amount of Chick-fil-A materialized in our break room as everybody who has been kept at their posts to supply this extended coverage and this stream were fed.
That was the most sandwiches I've ever seen pulled out in my life, man. How many did they order? 45?
Maybe more.
And everyone just downed them.
There's nothing left.
I mean, well, what are you going to do, Chick-fil-A? It's tough to beat. It is tough to beat it. It's good.
Well, speaking of good, Negreanu turned himself the 7 high diamonds, chose not to bet it after both players checked the flop. And here we are on the river.
About 300.
And Negreanu, you'll note, does not have a straight flush, just has 7 high diamonds. Forced to play 2 cards.
Man, Laszlo's got this queen of diamonds in his hand, and I was getting ready to say he may be thinking of something, and he is going to do it. He believes that Daniel would not check the nut flush on the turn, and
As
he
such,
thinks the raise can work here.
narrowing Daniel's range away from the sorts of hands that he would be scared to do this against, and you're starting to understand why this young man is considered one of the best pot limit Omaha players out there.
Yes, this is a very good race that a lot of players would not be able to pull the trigger on.
This is Laszlo's first cash of this series. Does have more than $2.5 million in
And Daniel
earnings.
picks it all.
Yeah, he does. And I think Negreanu understood that as played, his hand definitely sort of tempted this sort of move.
I called.
So he digs in, and he will take
I
down
called,
an over
yeah.
4 million chip pot, which will
Yep, it was the hungry
give
guy.
him a nice gap between himself and second place Jeremy Ausmus.
And Hellmuth has got a big enough hand here to play.
1.25.
Oh, yes. And we got a picture. I know this gentleman. I've seen this guy, yeah, for sure.
Over 3 million in career tournament earnings for Roland.
I'm pretty sure I just lined up like 4 big blinds in some stupid circuit event, just gave it to him, said, take it here. Just take the chips, man, here.
How many cashes do you suppose he had
I should have.
at this year's World
He was
Series?
too happy.
I'll just say
I had the
7
same kind of hand.
randomly.
Ace, king, jack, deuce.
7?
Yeah.
I had,
Ah, hotkey
Put them
dance.
all
I
in
had the
here,
same. I had
Ollie.
ace, king, queen, deuce as well.
Hotkey dance.
How much you have?
Laszlo is all in.
I
We
don't
have
know.
a,
Got a decent
I
hand.
actually think Phil is behind because
Got a
we
coin
had
flip.
this, we block his cards.
And I did too. Ace, king, jack, deuce.
Well,
With hearts.
I was a little
And a
engrossed in giving you a number.
18
18 cashes
Hotkey
at
dance.
This year?
this year's
Wow, that's impressive.
World Series for
Man.
Israelashvili.
You know one?
Meanwhile, we
Go
do
as
indeed
ace.
have an all-in
I got
between
a
the short stack of Laszlo Bujtas
The what?
7.
I got a hammer.
Oh, you get
Phil Hellmuth. As Laszlo
Like,
opened to
so many people
700,000 and
should do
Hellmuth 3-bet it.
Sooner
Enough to
than
put
later.
Laszlo all in. He's on his feet, rubbing his hands, getting the
Phil, I'm
Mr.
rooting for
Miyagi
you.
I had
Mojo
an ace,
going,
king,
double
and a
suited,
jack.
king 10, 9,
I had ace,
6.
king, and a queen.
There's an
Spade in the window, followed by a
And clubs.
queen and
Oh,
a
that's a lot
9.
for Phil. Wow. This
Hellmuth.
help's dead.
Top 2 and the nut
He
flush
lands,
draw.
he lands.
A very uphill
need that.
climb for Bujtas. Still has
Oh yeah,
19%
9.
equity
9 on jack.
with a 9 and a gutty.
Wow. This ain't stars. Can't do that shit.
Well,
Now he picks up a spade draw.
and a
CMO,
gut
bro.
shot, 8 as
a gut
well.
shot.
This
And-
is
Yeah,
literally
wait,
his
wait,
best
wait,
turn
wait.
card besides
Wait,
a 9
Alex,
or a
Alex?
jack.
8 or a spade or a 9.
Give me a blank.
12 outs once. Bujtas with the nervous grin
Fuck
here,
this guy. He's too good.
looking to avoid elimination in a 2.6 million chip pot.
Okay, queen of spades.
Is the queen of spades, and Phil Hellmuth fills up.
He called it.
I called.
Queens full of aces. Bujtas makes the spades, and I think he didn't realize
Jeg siger,
that card was no good for him.
Jeg kalder den.
You know,
Hvad sagde den med Omaha?
win and all kinds of chips from where we were playing throughout the whole month.
Osmus with aces on the button, and diamonds will
Helt
likely be shooting it up. So you have a pouch
Yeah,
with all
so
these
I-
chips.
so
you go
I
flying
just-
from Bellagio to the Rio.
Yeah, did about 80 down Flamingo, get here and ran in, grabbed one of the last seats. It was a 5100 PLO game that was going to be quite good. And instead of, you know, being that guy that just dumps out his money, you know, and shows it off or whatever, and finds the Rio chips to buy in for,
Alex, you're amazing.
went to the bathroom to find the Rio chips and
Here's 100 more.
get them out,
Thank
you know.
Negreanu with 9s and an
like we have
open-ender
the same
on this
name.
flop here. Go on.
So as I go into the
Yes,
stall
Phil,
here
Phil,
next to the pavilion room, I'm picking out chips, and I have some Bellagio flags. I'm trying to reach and grab some Rios.
Flags, for those that don't know, $5,000 chips from Bellagio.
I managed to drop 3 of the flags on the ground that rattled into the next stall. And as I looked down like, oh my God, I managed to drop 2 $1,000 chips that were Rios directly into the toilet full of piss that was not mine. And there I am, and being the, you know, brilliant, smart person I am, that's a joke, but I noticed that it's automated flusher. You know, if I move, these chips are gone. So I froze completely, and I just stared at him. And we got a big pot
Heels
going
are
on.
Yeah,
here, so
Ausmus not
sorry.
freezing whatsoever. As
I knew
Not
that
freezing
time.
here.
he piles it in here with the aces over the top of this Negreanu 1.2 million chip lead.
2,
And a
Nobody
weird-
move.
Yeah, nobody
What do you
moved.
have?
41.
That's a weird spot here for Daniel.
45,
Overpair and open-ended,
46,
backdoor
47.
hearts.
4.7?
I think so.
He's got enough hand here to try to take out Jeremy
2,
if
35,
he chooses to.
4.
Yeah, yeah.
47.
Whatever it is, we're all in. Yeah, I'm all in.
Okay,
I call.
all in.
Your call?
Yeah.
Okay. Aces with a 6.
All right.
What
Well,
do you got? 8?
8, 9 with nines.
You got
You have hearts?
open-ended with over?
Yeah.
Okay, det er rimelig
either
vigtigt.
a 9 or a 5 or a 10
200 kodolds.
or a heart. Heart.
Okay, can I
So
have
it does
please
get
look?
in there. And
Okay, your
Ausmus
favorite.
once more finds his back up against
Hey,
the wall,
wait.
despite Petersen having
Alex,
less chips than
That's
him.
another 100.
And such a
out
meaningful
a
pay
4.
jump
Yeah, so it's a
between
big pot.
fourth and
Fun
third. Ausmus is really
Four-
rooting for
four
these
of
aces
hearts.
to hold. Negranu
I
with
can
10
get
outs
back.
twice
I
as
just
it
wanna make it
stands.
You want to make it sweaty.
Nobody move.
Fun sweats.
We have an automated flusher on our
8,
hands.
5, 10. Det kan bus.
We'll put a pin in that story and come back to it. The turn
You called
Four,
for
you-
4.
is a 4.
Wrong for bro.
Great card for Jeremy.
Yeah. Doesn't add anything
Alex.
to Negranu's holding.
This time. 4 spades. Reroll. Check.
Jeremy needs to fade one of those 10 outs at the top of your screen. And he's done it. So
Yeah.
Ausmus is going to take
Yeah,
a
well,
very
that's
healthy
been
bite out of
for
Daniel
200.
here,
That
Len.
was a very big pot.
Okay.
And Negranu is going to be
Good.
left in third place while Ausmus vaults into the chip lead. And while we
And then I've managed to grab the 5Ks with my other hand.
Five
That way I
aces.
didn't have to, watch
No
those.
cross-contamination.
Yes, exactly. Keep them separate. Rio,
Please show one card.
Bellagio, separate.
No,
And I wash my
you said
hands for the
yes
next
first.
like
He did
26
say yes.
minutes.
He did say yes, yeah.
And I go back
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
table,
whatever. He's
and
just being agreeable.
everybody's like, "Dude, where'd you go? We
Good luck.
almost filled your seat," And I had this
I
look
have
on
the
my
best hand.
face,
Good luck
like,
to you.
"What I'm
The
about
worst
to
hand.
tell you all." I don't know if I should, and I only told Lee. I remember
I thrash?
I sat next to Lee and I told him, and he died laughing for about an hour.
As I'm sure
And,
most of those who are now hearing this story for the first time are
Phil.
doing at home. Nothing funny,
Yeah,
however,
big deal, yeah.
about this 10-4 deuce flop, which has put Petersen's queens
What do
in
you
a
do?
bad
I haven't done
way.
anything yet.
Oh,
As
no.
Negranu had middle set, now
Take one
adds
from me.
a two-way straight draw to the arsenal, but the third diamond has rolled off. Lion's
Yeah.
share of the equity belongs to Daniel, and he is reaching out and betting.
Yeah, Petersen actually turns to pair here. Obviously,
lot.
just beating kind of bluffs, but he is going to
I
call here.
spotted it.
He didn't know I checked back a flush draw. As I said as well. I'm just going to squeeze out.
Well, a full house now for Daniel, four's
I'm
full.
like Phil. I
As
tell
the
the
two
truth
pair.
very often.
Sixes and deuces get counterfeited, but now Petersen upgrades to queens up. Unfortunately, he is dead against Daniel's hand.
All in.
Negranu piles it in there.
We're going to put the drink down
Put my
here.
drink down. So let's see. 2 pairs and said she checked the turn. So you got a very good flop. What happened pre-flopper? He limp, I call, yeah?
Yeah,
How
I
much
mean,
in the pot?
this is not a clear cut. It looks like an easy fold
Oh,
when
got
you're just
nothing
looking
left.
at the hands, but you block 2 of the full house cards, and you wonder if Daniel would do this with a low flush.
Cocktails. Yeah.
So he's going to think about it here.
Let me just think. I didn't think actually on the flop.
Okay. Well, you gave him a time bank, or
Can you tell me how much time I have left?
Yeah, there's one time bank so far.
Well, remember, a couple of time
So
banks
yeah,
were
careful because your hand will die when you run.
Well,
out of
when?
time banks.
When?
No, still, you go to.
he has
How
1
much I
minute
have
left.
left? How
1
much?
minute.
1 minute.
One minute.
Okay.
No, you didn't take that yet. That's.
Yeah, don't take that
This
yet.
is the second one.
Oh, it is the second one. Then you have 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
20 seconds on this one.
Let me just listen. Okay, so you know I don't have a flush draw because I pot called the flop.
12 seconds.
I'll if it's round, I call. Okay, you got it. Congrats.
Wow.
Oh, and
Win.
Petersen does call,
Instead of 4.
and that's it.
Yeah.
See, I got a lot of. It's out.
He was out of time banks. Remember, he wasted a couple while he went to the restroom. He doesn't seem to
that
be
is-
bothered at all, but
Yeah, I have to show the cards anyway.
No, it's
that's
just
the
good
end of the
luck.
road for him.
I had
It
so many
is.
full house blocks.
Yeah, and I said
Good
that
luck.
he
Good luck.
It's
Good
a hero
luck.
call, but
Good
he
luck.
does block some hands, and
Yeah.
it's tough to think Daniel
You wanna know?
betting a worse flush, a
Yeah.
low flush there.
That is his jam.
That's his jam. He might need it. Might need a boost.
Anyway, nice hand, Daniel.
Already?
Oh, no, not this hand.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Oh, when you got
Okay,
me,
you
I mean,
are-
it
I
was-
win this
it's
one
tilting.
already.
I'm going to check.
The Hellmuth nice hand not coming on the heels of the big blind call here, but rather in reference to the previous pot. As these two invest $1 million each into the Jack-10 tray board, where Negreanu has jacks up. Hellmuth with the queens and a jack dangler. Both players check. Spades show up on the turn. Hellmuth has nary a spade.
1.2.
Nevertheless, he just comes out firing 1.2. Len, and are perhaps the lug nuts loosening a bit?
Maybe. I think he's just kind of going with some feel here. Just, you know, it's not like he's doesn't have the best hand a lot of times. He does have the best hand a lot of times, but it helps to kind of have a spade in your hand. Daniel's going to call or two pair. I don't blame him. I would call.
Can't always be afraid of monsters under the bed when the flush shows up. And the fourth spade on the river actually is cause for comfort if we are Negreanu with these jacks up, correct?
Yeah, it helps a little bit. And Phil's just giving up, and Daniel will likely just check back, showdown a winner. If he, sometimes he thinks maybe Jack 3 is not good. He may turn his hand
Check.
into a bluff, but
Queens.
he's gonna win.
Fucking jacks and fucking threes again. It doesn't matter, Daniel. You hit all these hands, you're going to be drawn dead for 8 million in 5 minutes. So I already know this. So. You're not a patient guy. So
Well, I don't think that's fair.
I love you, Phil.
Call. Call. Deeper.
Negreanu open limp the button. Three-way affair to the King 10 tray 2 spade board.
Check.
Ausmus open-ended, checks it.
Check.
Hellmuth not going to try to zoom his way through a three-way pot. Checks his eights. Negreanu with a pair of tens.
Check.
Checked around. Now the club draw shows up on the turn. Does give Ausmus a second straight draw. Negreanu, open ender.
Check.
$675.
Bet 675.
And Hellmuth of these hands ends up being the one swinging here, Len. 675K. Has the power gone out?
Maybe another earthquake. Remember that?
No. That's the poker gods signaling that Hellmuth has dust.
Turn off the lights. Yeah, Hellmuth takes a stab here, and Jeremy could peel here. Has a three-way straight draw to the nuts, but it
Is that his time?
Can't
That's
be a
not his
club
time,
or a
right?
spade,
Yeah.
but that's kind of weird spot here for Jeremy's hand. He's gonna call. And everybody's in there.
Yeah, those 2-8s aren't feeling too good about themselves right now. Hellmuth's been able to pick up a lot of pots with these bets, but not on this occasion. Spades come in and the king pairs.
Wow. And Daniel has the best hand here.
Yeah, with the 10.
He could just go check to him, and he'll be able to show down a winner and decent pot unless Phil takes a big stab. Counting out chips, Ali. You gotta love it. Is he gonna go through with it? He's gonna have to.
Oh my gosh. Thought it was coming in.
1.4.
Oh, and it is coming in. 1.4 million here, Len.
And it's a little milky sauce that kind of just screams of wanting to get called by a bad flush or something, maybe. And I mean, it's going to work. I don't think Daniel's going to call here. And Jeremy has queen high, so it's going to get through, it looks like. Unless Daniel could somehow find a call here. That would be pretty sick to call here with a 10.
It would be incredible. With Jeremy still left to act behind him?
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Nice call. Sick.
Yeah!
That's a big
Baby
call.
doll, bring me the cookies. That's what's up. Yes.
I almost slow rolled you. I almost have you beat.
Oh shit, that would be brutal,
you
man.
got a 10, right?
Yeah,
Wow, I got.
that would be sick if you have you win and you can beat
I
that.
got 8s.
Oh my god.
Well, listen, it's not often you're going to get Negreanu to stand up and take a half lap around
You gave the time bank, right?
the set.
Yeah.
But that was one hell of a
Now
call.
we're
Len.
playing the game. Okay.
Oh, that guy's lost his mind. He's totally done. He's totally
Oh,
done.
yeah, no, we've got it together.
Oh, well, we're ahead of that guy. I mean, right?
Raise 1.5.
Hellmuth limps, and in comes that raise. He was prepared for it.
Good luck, buddy.
Calls the extra 1 mil. Gets a good luck from Daniel, who's got 3 clubs against 3 spades. Ace, king, 4 tray, and queen 10, 9, 6. 3.5 million in the middle to the flop. 10, 6, 5, rainbow.
Phil
Hellmuth.
flops it.
10s and 6s, top 2.
All in.
That's 3.5
Rip City.
max.
Negreanu. Bad end of an open ender. Backdoor clubs.
2.9.
What
does he have total?
Not going to love it, but I expect him to
2.9.
call here.
925. So Dominic, I need
Would a
that
fold just
card
be
back.
incorrect mathematically?
Immediately cut
Yeah, I
fold.
think so.
I mean, you see it's 3 to 2. in
I
terms
mean, I
of-
don't know. It's like 4 a.m.
percentages.
Ali,
Left,
so
I got top 2.
yeah, I think we're just going to call here.
Draw.
Getting a little north
What
of
happened
2 to
pre-flop
1.
here?
Daniel does
He
draw a
went
line in the sand, and Hellmuth
Same as before.
Deuce or a 7
finds himself
or
all
backdoor, lots of stuff.
in
Clubs,
once more.
ace, king, 5.
I got top 2.
Deuce, baby. Deuce for the doctor. Deucey, deucey, deucey. Deucey, deucey. Deucey, deucey. One time.
Calling for a little
Lucy.
duckling on the turn is Daniel.
Wow.
Instead, it's the 7, and he now
Fold,
has
baby.
himself a straight. Phil does have some outs. 8 would give him a higher straight. 10 or a 6 would fill him up. Anything else? And it showers in the bid for 17. comes the river. It's a 10.
Yes! 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 Oh my! Yes! Yes! Let the best hand hold up, boys.
Wow.
Yes! Let's go!
2 point what?
Oh, maybe.
2.9.
And that Ausmus check raise on the strength of just the chip distribution or those two tens?
Daniel being short, he has a jack in his hand. It's rainbow flop. It's not like Phil could have flopped a huge draw. So it was just a perfect spot to check raise, and you're just going to win the pot a huge percentage of the time. First fill there, I think. I think the only hand he continues with is a set of fives or ace jack.
Well, Hellmuth flopped himself to joint here against Daniel, who just has eights. And the gut shot draw. Measures out a call, facing the bet of 700.
Well, he turns 2 pair, 8s and deuces.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's got a gutter for the same straight, and he's going to go with it here.
1.8. 2.175.
A little surprising.
875 total.
Jack 7 and Queen Jack both beat Hellmuth here.
2 point how much?
2.875.
Yeah, I mean, Phil's just got a call here. Flop was checked. Yeah, I think he has to call here.
It is precisely in situations where there seems to be a consensus that Phil has to do X, Y, or Z and ends up doing the opposite, where he has made a name for himself. And the real trouble is Hellmuth has nowhere to go. His hand cannot improve at all. Doesn't have a single diamond in his hand either.
I flopped a straight, Daniel. You did too, huh? 0.175. All right.
Straight's good. You got 6, 7?
Yeah.
No, I have 8s and deuces. He's ahead. I need an 8 or a deuce.
So Negreanu gets called by Hellmuth, who now has Daniel covered and could dispatch
7 for a tie.
his buddy
7 for a tie. I'll take that. That's
in
fair.
third.
Reasonable.
Hellmuth was able to fill up and stay alive not long ago against Daniel when he was all in.
2. Yeah, a lot of outs.
Can
A lot of
Daniel
outs at this final table.
return the favor or chop with the 7? He
Good
can't.
game. I didn't win a single hand on that.
Good battle, Daniel.
Yeah,
I think
good
you played
game.
great. I got
I
lucky
did.
against your aces.
I did. I outplayed
game.
you on most of those hands. Good game, guys.
Pot.
Raise 1.8 million.
Ausmus pots it to 1.8. Hellmuth not showing much hesitation, defending with King 9-7-6 against the Ace-8-5 deuce, and Ausmus flops the 9 high straight up against 3 pair for Hellmuth, who checks it over to him. Trouble on the horizon for Hellmuth.
Yeah. Be interesting to see the action here on the flop. What size Jeremy goes with, and if Hellmuth decides to just check raise it.
Looks like 2 million. 2 million. Indeed. Obviously, Hellmuth's not going to get away from it here, and he understands these coordinated boards are dangerous. Doing some accounting, this 2 million represents a quarter of his remaining stack.
Yeah, I think you just have to jam here.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Indeed, he does jam, and now Ausmus with the second nuts.
How much is this?
Looks like 2, 4, exactly 6 million more.
It's 6 million more exactly?
Exactly 6 million more, yeah.
6 for a shot at 14-2. Never mind the bracelet and the 1.1 plus.
I flopped 3
Ausmus
pair.
makes the call and is in front. Hellmuth with 6 outs twice. Filled up once to double and stay alive. Can he do it twice? With over 20 million in the middle.
I have 5-8. He's got 3 pair.
If Phil were to pull this off, by the way, he would have a roughly 4-1 chip lead on Ausmus.
Or 4-4.
Here comes the turn. It's a 10.
I can win it with an 8. No, an 8 I win.
Hellmuth adds outs. He would have a 10 high straight if he hit the 8. 9-7 or a 6. He fills. Anything else?
Face card.
And the dream for number 17 comes to an end. It's the Queen, and Jeremy Ausmus defeats Phil Hellmuth.
You raise me with the ace, deuce, 8, 5-8. Ugh. That's scary.
He is your Event 84 champion.
Jeremy, you played great.
Thanks.
I'm so depressed. You have no idea. This is going to stay with me for a year.
What a battle that was, Jeremy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I'm going to get to you in just a second. Phil, let me start with you. So close once again. What kind of emotions are running through you right now?
Well, I'm so frustrated because people judge me by how many bracelets I have and how many disciplines they're in. And I don't have a Pot Limit Omaha bracelet. So I felt like I played great poker. And, you know, but let's, you know, as frustrated as I am in the moment, and I can't even see straight because I had a final table 2 days ago, I have to congratulate Jeremy. I mean, he played great.
7 final tables this series. That is a new World Series of Poker record. How much pride do you take in that accomplishment?
I mean, right now, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I saw this bracelet, and it's so beautiful. And I said, all right, you know, I had a really good feeling that I was going to get there. I should have played the aces and sixes against Jeremy. I should have taken another time bank. I should have played that because it's just a spot where he has to be a little bit wild. We would have played like a $12 million pot. Maybe he hits it anyway, but I don't like that fold. I mean, I'm frustrated, but let's make this about Jeremy.
Yeah, I appreciate the time. And Jeremy, let us get to you. From chip leader to short stack to chip leader to short stack.
Yeah.
How'd you get this job done?
Won the all-ins, you know. I won some, I lost some. It's just PLO with an ante, short stack. It's just a very swingy game. And it was a fun table. No one was scared to put money in or anything like that, especially earlier with the couple of Europeans we had. It was really fun. I think it'll be really fun to go back and watch this one.
Do you feel like this is the signature win of your career?
Yeah, I would say so, definitely. I mean, I won the COVID bracelet earlier this summer, and not even in comparison to this. It's not even close. Yeah,
This will mean a little bit more.
Without a
Well,
doubt.
with that said, it is my honor to present you with your 3rd World Series of Poker bracelet. There you go. Congratulations,
Thanks,
my
Jeff.
friend. Hold it up to the camera. Jeremy Ausmus, PLO High Roller Champion.
Well, that is definitely a piece of jewelry that Jeremy Ausmus earned himself here in the 50K, besting a field of PLO sharks and Hall of Famers, legends. We'll get a look at even more of those types as the 50K high roller final table comes your way in our next broadcast. But until then, on behalf of Len Ashby and our entire crew here in Las Vegas, I'm Ali Najad saying thank you for sticking with us. Series isn't over just yet. Mark your calendars. We'll be back. See ya.